Good evening. It is big news and big money. Tonight, pharmaceutical giant Pfizer is announcing a massive investment in its Portage manufacturing plant. The company will spend $750 million to expand vaccine production. That expansion is also expected to bring some 300 new jobs to the Kalamazoo area. News Channel 3's Allie Jenner-John is live outside Pfizer to tell us, Allie, exactly how all of that money, hundreds of millions, will be put to use.
Yeah, hi, Andy. The vice president and site leader here says that this investment will help the corporation produce life-saving injectable medicines for patients around the world. This announcement coming nearly 2 years after we saw the first ever COVID-19 vaccine leave this Portage facility. The Portage mayor today was all smiles when she learned this news at the same time as all of us.
We knew it was something good. We just didn't know how big it was going to be.
Portage Mayor Patricia Randall stands in this room in Lansing today as Pfizer's site leader David Breen makes a big announcement.
I am proud to announce today that Pfizer will expand our manufacturing capabilities in the United States by investing $750 million in our Kalamazoo, Michigan facility.
The money will go towards establishing Pfizer's Modular Aseptic Processing production facility and bring an anticipated 300 jobs to the Kalamazoo County area.
The new MAP facility will help Pfizer advance sterile manufacturing technology by placing products into distinct modules and ensure the uninterrupted supply of critical medicines and vaccines.
Though Randall says the effects are bigger than that, particularly for the city of Portage.
The 300 jobs are wonderful, but when you think about 300 families coming and bringing children to our schools, it affects our housing market as it becomes more competitive. The values can only rise. So it's a win-win for everyone, and the jobs that they are bringing are high-paying jobs. They're very the type of jobs you would like in our community to help grow.
Governor Gretchen Whitmer calling the announcement, quote, history-defining work.
This bold bet on manufacturing, on our strengths and our hardworking people will expand capacity at Pfizer's Kalamazoo facility, already their largest plant worldwide.
Today's announcement builds on a $465 million investment back in 2018, totaling a more than $1 billion investment by Pfizer over the last 5 years in the MAP program.
It's really hard to quantify something this big. It's just a seismic wave.
Now, Breen says that the investment has been fully approved and they've already started purchasing equipment.
New this morning, there's uncertainty about the future of an Allegan County dam, which has homeowners concerned about the future of their lakefront property values as they wonder what a corporation will decide to do.
News Channel 3 Marina Serrano joining us live in studio this morning. And Maria, you spoke to homeowners and consumers energy to hear both perspectives and arguments here. What do you know?
Yeah, I did. Good morning to you, Kirk and Kristen. Consumers Energy says as part of discussing the future of hydroelectric power in Michigan, they're now analyzing the dams that they own. There are 13 dams in the state of Michigan Consumers Energy owns, and their licenses are expiring in the next 12 to 22 years. One of those dams is in Lake Allegan. I spoke to homeowners that have lakefront properties there and are opposed to one of the options Consumers Energy is considering because they say it'll significantly reduce the value of their homes.
The impact is right now. If you look around the lake, home sales have stopped. As soon as this announcement was made, people have been unable to sell their homes.
Tim and Carol Catherine tell News Channel 3 Consumers Energy's announcement came as a total August surprise.
The concern and really the real impact on our values from consumers weighing their choices has really, it's keeping us up at night for sure.
The Catherines purchased this home in 2017 and have always wanted to live on a lake.
Purchasing on the lake is a significant investment, and it was an intentional investment on our parts.
Also, an intentional investment for Don and Stacy Harbor, who live on the south part of the lake.
We want to see the lake preserved. The lake is what drew us here.
Consumers Energy says the removal of the Calkins Bridge Dam is not set in stone and no decision has been made.
I want to be very clear about this point. The removal option is just one option that is being considered.
A Consumers Energy spokesperson says other options include relicensing the dam, surrendering it, which includes selling the dam, or replacing it with an alternative structure.
Our message is that we're listening to them. We are empathetic and we are understanding of these communities' concerns, doing what's best for the economy, doing what's best for the environment, doing what's best for Michigan's people. That's going to be something that we pay really close attention to.
Consumers Energy says they've finished community meetings and are also meeting with stakeholder groups to get their feedback on these options. They'll present it to the top decision makers at Consumers Energy, evaluate it, and then develop a long-term strategy for the future of these dams in 2023. The license for the Calkins Bridge Dam at Lake Allegan expires in 18 years. Consumers Energy says no matter what decision ends up being chosen, it will be, quote, a very long process.
New information out of Benton Harbor tonight here at 5 o'clock. After years of sitting empty, the old Mercy Hospital lot could become mixed housing and commercial space. WSBT-22's Anna Reed talked to Mayor Marcus Muhammad. She's learning more tonight about what he hopes this potential development will bring to the city.
With nearly 6 acres of space, Mayor Marcus Muhammad says housing and commercial space in this area of the city is not only necessary for economic impact, but quality of life. Mayor Muhammad says the city of Benton Harbor is home to a diverse group of residents when it comes to income, and the living opportunities here need to match that, which is why he's focused on what he calls Project T.
Well, the city of Benton Harbor, what we want to do is invite all. Where this can be a place where people who have quote unquote high income, low income, middle income, where we have a space and place to provide housing for people of all walks of life.
An estimated $30 million project would put a mix of single-family units, low-income and middle-income units, and commercial space onto this lot. Mayor Muhammad says this area is dominated by single-family homes. After studying cities across the U.S., he says it's time for Benton Harbor to create more flexible and diverse housing in city limits for those who don't want a white picket fence lifestyle. And by giving the space a more urban feel, the city can also fuel its own economy.
But what this will do is bolster not only the housing stock, but it will also provide an opportunity for entrepreneurs and the business community up and down Pipestone Street, which is commercial, because when you add an additional 200 to 250 people in a radius of that size, there's business opportunities as well.
Project T includes a partnership with developer Renovair and Harbor Habitat for Humanity, which says, quote, "We are still in the early stages of development. We're seeking funding, working through some environmental challenges, and the resources we plan to bring to the community." Harbor Habitat says the next step is to have public meetings to share its vision and receive feedback from those who live in Benton Harbor.